Hello guys, welcome back to Hitam Podcast. Myself Avanish.
And I'm Tejal.
So we are here with Lalita Shraga ma'am, who's from Student Right. She's also a psychologist. Wow.
Hello ma'am.
Hello.
How was the session?
The session went very well. Students were awesome. Very interactive, very keen to listen also. It was quite fun because I was very informal. I think it worked out well.
So how was the vibe of Hitam ma'am?
It's very cute. I love the campus. It's all green. It's not plain area on the it's all green, it's all cute at the same time. I love how when I came in, people were playing throw ball or something.
Okay.
The other people were just running around. Few of them was just sitting and chilling. So it just gave the college vibe, It didn't feel like a strict school where I just came in. I liked it.
So where were you graduated from?
So I did my bachelor's and master's in psychology from Delhi University. I was in Indira Vista College for Women in my bachelor's and Department of Psychology, DU, for my master's.
So your graduation was done in Hyderabad?
No, Delhi University.
Like from primary?
No, my schooling was in Hyderabad from Bhavan Sainikpuri.
Okay.
Right? Sorry?
It's familiar college.
It's familiar school. And then my intermediate was
Narayana Chaitanya?
okay. It was not Narayana Chaitanya. It was also an IIT Academy.
Okay.
I also did MPC.
Okay.
Okay.
Then after MPC after my intermediate first year, I realized, this is not something I want to do. Engineering na valla kaadu. Nenu cheyyalenu ani cheppi. So what I did was I went and told my dad, okay, I don't want to do engineering. So obviously, naturally, the next question was, what do you want to do? So this time I went prepared. I did my research, came across psychology. I was like, psychology seems very interesting. And I read about psychology and I fell in love with it. After I fell in love with it, I went and told my dad I want to do psychology. Something very E for him.
Ma'am, like the psychology era, the peak of psychology is after lockdown, I guess, right? After lockdown, the psychologists started earning more and more.
True, but I chose psychology before.
Yeah. So what made you choose, ma'am? What?
That's what I knew. I didn't want to do engineering. Okay. I was exploring options. Fell in love with psychology. Went and told my dad I want to do psychology. He took a couple of days. Came back. Okay, dad, you can do whatever you want. But he was supportive enough.
The main motive, ma'am, behind pursuing psychology.
See, I always had this thing that I want to do something for people as well. So when I was a child, I wanted to become a doctor. Realized I can't do it. Right? Understood all the things. Like when I was in my 8th or 9th standard, I realized, even then I did MPC very cluelessly, but then I realized psychology is something where I can satisfy my needs in the sense that my keen of interest. It's about mind. Psychology means ology means studies. Psych means psi means mind, soul. So it's a study of soul. So when I was like, I can read about it. I can read. It's a behavioral science, right? So it's like I can understand behavioral sciences. Then help out the people, help myself. Basically, I wanted to understand myself better. It was initially it started from the selfishness that I want to know why am I like this. Who
am I?
So I wanted to understand that. Very interesting. So bonus understand I can also help people out.
How did it come for? Did you discover yourself? Did you know who you are?
I was still in the journey.
Great. So ma'am, as you said that Psi means soul, study of soul, how does spiritual practice help in betterment of a person's mental health? Do you believe that spirituality plays a big role?
See, spirituality, it's a very vague concept, right? It's a broad concept if you ask me. I come from a family where I would say they are quite spiritual, but no one ever forced me to be religious or anything. But spirituality per se, it's good if you know the limits of it, right? But if you go into the trap, You know what I mean? But nowadays, we fake Baba, sorry. If you go into that, that's a problem. But spirituality, in its sense, is okay if you know the limits of it. It is good for your mental health because they practice mindfulness in few of the spiritual practices, not all of them, but few of them. Mindfulness is practiced. Mindfulness is good for your mental health, and you have a discipline. Discipline is quite important in life, right? In country, you don't have a way. Also, religion or spirituality is just a way of life. It's a way you live. Few people made it commercial, money based. I'm not talking about any of that. Basic is that. So yes, if you know the limit of it, if you understand yourself that where is your limit, or how is it good for you or is it bad for you, how is it affecting you, people around you, then spirituality goes.
So the main principle is that makes you disciplined.
Okati, you have a way of life.
Okay.
You know how to lead your life. Okay. Okati discipline, teaches you discipline. Discipline ante strict ga undali. Ide tek tinali, ide tek kagalan kaadu. Healthier way of life. That is there, and also peace. You find peace going.
The next question is, ma'am, like after the COVID era, ma'am, like psychologists have got a lot of demand.
Okay.
And like, why did you come to this side, ma'am? Like the students side, like motivating students and all.
Alright. So after COVID affected everyone.
Yeah.
They picked me and all of that. But also people started understanding the importance of mental health. Correct? That started happening. So
Especially in Indian families.
yeah, exactly, especially in Indian families. So adanta aitunnappudu, there came a point where COVID tarvata, I've done with my bachelor's, I started with my master's. And while in my master's, see, even though we're studying psychology, we were also students. Yeah.
Okay.
We also had our struggles.
Yeah.
I was going through all of that. And at the end of my master's, not end of the master's also per se, I would say second semester, third semester, we had to choose a specialization. I was very interested in counseling psychology. But at that moment, my department was not offering counseling as special. Clinical, developmental, Indian and all of those were there. So for my interest, I didn't want to take developmental because I was like, then where would I go? I was not interested in it. Then I took clinical thinking I'll go into counseling. Then let's come to end of my masters. I wanted to narrow it down more. అప్పుడు క్లినికల్ తీసుకున్నా ఓకే, కౌన్సిలింగ్ చేస్తే ఓకే, ఏంటి ర్యాండమ్గా ఒక క్లినిక్ ఓపెన్ చేసి వీళ్ళతో చేస్తానా అన్న దృష్టిలో ఐ వాస్ వెరీ స్ట్రగ్లింగ్. ఏది చేయాలి, ఎవరికి హెల్ప్ చేయాలి, లేదా వాట్ డూ ఐ గో ఇన్ టు అని చెప్పి. దట్స్ వెన్ ఆర్ CEO శ్రీచరణ్ లక్కరాజు, student right CEO, I had an interaction because of a common connect. We connected and I had a call with him and he explained that, oh, this is student right and we are thinking to start a mental health vertical. Would you be interested? Why don't you come over to office to have an interaction and see? So after I wrote my exams, I went, had an interaction and I was like, wait, this is what I want to do. I explained what I want to do. Okay, then he's like, this is what I want. And like we have common point, that is students. We want help of students because I'll tell you, suicide rate in India is high. And in that 12 to 14% is students. Hyderabad lo I think in chappasan avasram లేదు. It's high. So he was like, see, I'm very connected to students. Right. I want to help them out and let it help us. I was like, yes, definitely. That's why I came here. I'm here. Student Tribe Care started and we are building it.
Ma'am, what do you think are students' needs now and what will be the student needs in upcoming 10 years?
Needs in the sense in what?
Like in perspective of mental health and as well as career-wise scheme, because you are also with Student Tribe and you interact with a lot of the students. What do they need and what would be the need after the 10 years?
After 10 years. Currently, I think now students who are coming up, they're quite aware of mental health and TNT. Why is it important to have a proper mental state? So I think they need more support, both from parents and college, if they're in college, any faculty, and also they need support to help them be mentally well. See, physical wellness గురించి మనం చాలా పట్టించుకుంటాం. నీకు ఫీవర్ వచ్చినా కూడా ఎవ్రీవన్ డోలో ఇవ్వాలి, చేయాలి అని. సో దే నీడ్ mental health support as well. And also second thing I feel in they need to learn mental health first aid. So why would they need to learn అంటే we know normal first aid అంటే ఏవో తెలుసు. ఫిజికల్ హెల్త్ మన కింద పడితే చెయ్యికి దెబ్బ తాకితే ఏం చేయాలి ఇమీడియట్గా తెలుసు. చెయ్యి ఇరిగితే హాస్పిటల్ తీసుకెళ్ళాలి, సిమెంట్ కట్టుకెళ్ళాలి మనకు తెలుసు. బట్ మెంటలీ how to give first aid. If a person is going through a panic attack, what to do? I think they need to learn that, right? And in 10 years, I don't know per se, because our generation is a fast growing generation, right? At the previous generation, they have seen changes. My generation, at least when I was born, it was a dumba phone. నెమ్మదిగా బ్లాక్బెర్రీ వచ్చింది, ఇంకా కీబోర్డ్ వచ్చింది, ఫ్లిప్ ఫోన్ వచ్చింది, టచ్ ఫోన్ వచ్చింది, ఇంకేదో వచ్చింది. So in these 20-25 years itself, seen a lot of things in technology alone, right? So in this coming 10 years, we'll also see a lot of evolution, right? Each changes in technology, how does it affect? And technology is affecting our lives, right? So if it's affecting our lives, there's a lot of change will affect us. So in next 10 years, if there is proper awareness and people are taking care properly, I think all they would need is just them teaching their next generations what it is, give proper education. But in the session also I was mentioning this, if I'm sitting sad there, they just throw words like she's depressed. If I'm organizing this phone like this line low, she has OCD, I'll just say can't just throw words like that, right? You should know what actually it means. When I'm sitting sad, I am sad. Depression has symptoms. When I'm doing this, I'm organized. OCD has symptoms. That understanding, if it happens in the next 10 years, I think after 10 years, the needs will obviously change. And I cannot really predict about that. But I think for now and the coming 10 years, these are the needs the generation should have.
So, like, ma'am, you feel crying is okay, ma'am? Like, crying is okay?
Definitely.
So, ma'am, crying, I feel that crying is the only time when we speak to ourselves. Like, we speak to ourselves, we recollect all mistakes, we think to rectify all memories and all. And we even feel motivated after crying. So, it's been, I think, ma'am, 3-4 years back I cried last year.
Okay.
I don't know why, like, any situation, I don't feel like to cry. I think most of the boys face this, I don't know. Like I want to cry. Last time when I cried, I got so much motivated. I don't know why.
Okay.
So I don't know why I can't cry.
Okay. I feel crying is okay. And I totally feel men crying is also okay. Men, women, ultimately what are we? Individuals. Human beings. And human beings are the one who show emotions, no? Yeah. Living things show emotions. Human beings, they can talk, they can speak, they can show emotions. The gender work and metal. But why can't our society has been that way, no? Chinnapur, when you cried, what was the thing they told you?
You're a man, come on.
Aadapillala edusthavindi. Are you crying like a girl? Yeah. That's one thing they told you. And our chinnapur nunchi they made that men are supposed to be strong, and being strong means not showing emotions. So when you are trained that way, it takes time. Plus, telling this way, learning is important, right? Learning takes time, right? Unlearning also takes time. Learn, unlearn, relearn. Though you have been taught, you have learned that itla edokudu, ediste weakness, kanalu chegatalu chestaru, and showing emotions will make everyone think that you are a weak person. So you learned that finally. Teliso teliko would learn it. Now you have to unlearn it and then relearn that it is okay to cry, no matter what. Because you're letting out an emotion, right? How do you hold? If you're angry, if a man shows that he's angry, who's so aggressive, is so manly.
Yeah. After crying, like, I felt like so much, there's no load on me and so.
Yeah, you feel lighter.
Yeah,
right?
I just feel lighter.
Because you crying doesn't mean that you're just sad and gadu. You might be feeling bad about a situation. You might be so angry about something. You just cry. Ultimately, it's just feeling helpless. And when you cry, you let the emotions out, you feel lighter. And when you cry in front of some trusting, safe space, and they give a validation that's okay, it's going to be alright, this is normal, you feel much more lighter that, oh, nalage inkoka gunnar, and artham cheskune vasunda. That's why. And I feel crying is alright. everyone should let out their emotions. You can yell when you're angry, you can cry when you're happy.
Mom, how does millennials and Gen Z have approach to this whole mental wellness thing? I'm asking this because I have a teenager at home, my sibling, and I've not faced this, but I'm seeing this at home, that it is a 14-year-old versus a 40-year-old. Always. She thinks that they don't understand her and they think that she's not understanding them. I mean, I'm the big kid, I never had that problem. So why do you think this mental difference, like this change in mentality, and why does this difference happen? And how to make it better?
How to make it better? Okay. So you are Gen Z, if I'm not wrong.
Yeah.
Your sister is Gen Alpha, sister brother. Your siblings is Gen Alpha. Your parents, 40-year-old is Gen X.
Yeah.
Right? So, what is happening here? Generations gap. So gap does also gap. Probably you have a first one, you're the elder sibling.
Yeah.
Right? So poncham
I
the way you deal with
all the time, but I am not getting the loophole where things are getting, because not only her, I observe this at every house where teenagers, you know, especially.
Teenagers, first thing, teenage, right? Okay, they're just under teenage, they're having hormonal changes, they're going through puberty. Must be very irritating, right? 40-year-old, is it your mom or dad? Both of them. When it comes to women, 40 years, they are going to go through menopause and all of that. Hormonal change. Great combination must have come. Right? Second, dads also feel that it's their responsibility and all of that, right? And teenagers are little rebellious. They tend to get rebellious. And Gen X ki, no, Gen Alpha ki, chala gap vachesindi. Ippudu technology wise only, there's a lot of gap. So these people won't understand there when they are not understanding them. అది ఎందుకైతుంది అంటే వాళ్ళ టీనేజ్గా ఉన్న టైంలో ఇవన్నీ లేవు. They feel it's not a necessity. These people feel it is a necessity. Everyone has it. In the understanding gap. So I'll tell you what, in any kind of relationship, generational gap ఉన్నదైనా, romantic అయినా, platonic అయినా, familiar అయినా, friendship అయినా, communication is important. It's the key, yes. But also other thing which is important is both of them should come fast the resources. You can't expect, ikkada emaitundante one person is expecting them to calm down. He's expecting her to come upstairs. Instead meet on a common ground, like middle ground. If you 5th floor and ground floor then ground floor is 5th floor ground ante 3rd floor lo kalvandi annadi. So you need to communicate peacefully. But a teenager would yell. And father like naamid etla so how can you yell like me? I'm older to you. So we need to find peace. Always take breaks. Feel calmer. Whenever you're feeling angry, take a break. Come back to the topic. Communicate and come to common ground. Don't expect them to adjust. Don't expect the other person to totally adjust to you. Come to a middle ground. Common middle ground. This is my suggestion. I can't myself tell, you see, I am not a parent, right? I am a daughter currently. I also came from that. I am a younger one. Oh. So I am the one who did not, you know, I'm being like, let's say, but I've also seen my elder one do that. So I think me and my parents started doing this. We custom we also yell at each other when we sit and talk. Whatever, cry, yeah, then yelling happy, and then you sit and talk, come to common middle ground. That's only. I think that works out.
Ma'am, and this according like when they were younger, like, you know, primary, we were strict. So we were so scared of our parents and all, like, so traditionally, according to the traditional methods, we used to respect them. We used to, like, you know, we used to be very limited with our parents. But coming nowadays, like, you know, the people are just getting chilled with their parents. So how do you see this? Like, was it going to a good way or bad?
In a way, it is good, I would say, because they'll be ready to openly converse with their parents, which is very important. To open with parents is like a privilege. As generation used to have, like the previous generation, right? So the thing is, one thing I feel, why are they not very scared of the parents is, do you know the concept of generational trauma?
Yeah.
So I'll explain. Generational trauma, it's like that trauma that's coming from generations, like one passes on to the next generation. So I'll give you an example. So parents examine this. For example, me తాతగారు మీ నాన్నగారిని కొట్టారు. There is a trauma there, correct? And if your dad thinks ki నేను ఇప్పుడు ఇంత సక్సెస్ఫుల్ ఎత్తుకొని మా నాన్న అప్పుడు నన్ను కొట్టారు అని చెప్పి నేను కొట్టారు అనుకో, you also have that trauma in you. But if you think in a way ki, oh, I am not going to hit my son because I faced this, you're not passing the trauma, just stopped it there. So I feel this generation will becoming parents, or the next generation when we become parents, we're trying to stop the generational trauma there, which is a good thing. So our kids will be open. ఒకటి ఏంటంటే టూ ఓపెన్ ఉంటే భయం ఉందని పేరెంట్స్ అంటే అన్న కాన్సెప్ట్ ఉంది. భయం ఉన్నది ఏంటంటే మరీ భయం లేదంటే డిస్రెస్పెక్ట్ చేస్తుంటే దెన్ ఇట్ బికమ్ ద ప్రాబ్లమ్. సో యూ షుడ్ టీచ్ యువర్ కిడ్స్ ద బౌండరీస్. దిస్ ఇస్ అ బౌండరీ. టీచింగ్ కిడ్స్ బౌండరీస్ ఫ్రమ్ దేర్ చైల్డ్హుడ్ does not make the issue. ఒకటి they'll be open. నెక్స్ట్ థింగ్ దే వోంట్ డిస్రెస్పెక్ట్. ఓపెన్గా అంటే కూర్చొని నీట్గా చెప్పడం ఒకటి, అంతేగా నువ్వే నాకు చెప్పేది ఏం మాట్లాడడం. సో పర్సన్ ఇఫ్ దర్ ఓపెన్ ద కెరియర్ చాయిస్ దే కెన్ టేక్ దెమ్ ఫర్ దెమ్సెల్వ్స్. సో హౌ డు దే బికమ్ దన్ అంటే చిన్నప్పటి నుంచి డెసిషన్ మేకింగ్ వీళ్ళకి నేర్చారు. మనం స్పూన్ ఫినిష్ చేసి ఉంచితే లుక్ వాట్ హ్యాపెన్స్. నో, యాజ్ దే బికమ్ అడల్ట్స్ సడన్లీ చిన్నప్పుడు స్పూన్ ఫినిష్ చేసి ఇప్పుడు చూస్ వాట్ యూ వాంట్ స్టడీ, make a huge decision for your career, and it becomes difficult for them. So if you give them that freedom, if you're open, they'll learn how to take decisions on themselves, and they'll also have this feeling that whatever happens, my parents will take some. So in a way, it's a good thing. Few people don't take it in the right way.
Everything has the pros and cons.
Everything has its pros and cons, different.
And then if I am sad or something, so how do I know that I should consult somebody, or and I have to consult somebody. And when we talk to others, like when we want to share, kuch nahi hai re, it's nice, it's fine, so
you don't get the validation.
Talking to someone helps, that's true. We talk to our friends, relatives, and then what is that point when we know that we have to consult therapist, or
Person, you need to have the right knowledge about mental health issues. You need to get the right knowledge from the right platforms, is what I would say. Ekkad patte akkad manam chadvesi, if your eye color is this, your personality type is this, announce articles. Alantivi nammakanడి. మీ చేతి రేఖలు ఇలా ఉంటే మీది పర్సనాలిటీ. No, please. Person, don't trust that. Second thing, how do you know when to trust? Well, if it is persisting for weeks gani, days gani, that feeling which is bothering you, if it's persisting for days, okay, yes, you talk to your friends also, you're not getting that validation, see, it's not a physical health issue. Okay, neeku fever 104 తెలుసైనా డాక్టర్కి వెళ్ళాలి, 99 ఉంటారు పారాసిటమాల్ తీసుకుంటే ఎప్పుడు తగ్గిపోతుందని కాన్సెప్ట్ కాదు. You have tried, you talk to your friends, you're not getting validation, you feel like they're going to judge, you don't want to talk. That's one thing. You won't tell, you don't have safe spaces what you feel. Okay, second thing, if it's, you tried few things which would usually make you comfortable, that is also not working. You're quite sad or you're feeling the same way. So come and consult. There is no thing in a villa feel like a consult cheyale. Take therapies for every, even if you have general issues, discuss it with your therapist, it's okay. Something is bothering your daily life, your daily schedule disturb chestundi ani kanipiste, come talk to a therapist, come talk to a psychologist. It's completely alright. One thing is, I'm a psychologist, so I don't prescribe medicines. I'm here to listen to you, or probably talk about it, or probably tell you few activities which will help you, right? So ఇలా ఉంటేనే రావాలి, ఇలా ఉంటేనే రాకూడదని లేదు. If you feel like you want to consult a psychologist, please come. There is no specific date, time, or symptoms and that. But if you still want to know problem that is bothering you for quite few days now, and if you don't have safe space to talk to, come.
Thank you, Vaha. It was very.
Yes, you. Joy and my fight is much.
It's good.
Yes, sure.